How has the CMO's role transformed? As I have said, the context was set in the previous slide. Today, the CMOs have to balance business environment transformation. The entire business environment is changing. Competition is far more stringent and far more capable than it ever was. In our own business, every beer brand is a great beer brand, and people buy what's outside the bottle. Gone are the days of poor quality of beer with competition brands. Today, they're all great quality of brands, and they're all excellent beers. And therefore, your product superiority really doesn't exist. Media is rapidly evolving. Digital disruption at the speed of thought I've talked about. Customer expectations have changed a lot. And a huge challenge for marketing organizations is how do you deliver on those expectations? For instance, if Domino's Pizza says I will deliver in 30 minutes, it better be 29 and not 31. If Zomato says I will deliver in 45 minutes, it better be 45 minutes. The consumer doesn't care how much backend, how much infrastructure, and how much fulfillment agencies you have put in order to enable that delivery. He or she wants that delivery. I mean, there's an app called Dunzo, which today you can use to have anything done. You want to have your dry cleaning picked up, you want, X package picked up and delivered elsewhere, it can get done. Who would have thought? I mean, people are buying vegetables online, people are buying meat and meat products online, people are buying breakfast, etc. online. Who would have thought even 3 or 4 years ago that these things would have been possible? And therefore, the role of the CMO is evolving and has transformed faster than any other. And this is critical for the audience to understand. The sales officers' roles have largely remained the same. Yes, they have been impacted by technology and let's say competition and the options that a consumer has. But the manufacturing officer's role, the head of HR, head of finance, by and large, these roles have remained similar to what they were. But the CMO has evolved purely because the consumer has evolved so much. At one point in time, the marketing head was responsible for creativity and brand and winning awards and creating great advertising that drove sales and brand metrics. Today, that is just qualification criteria. Today, the CMO has to have impact on responsibility that go way beyond traditional marketing. It's sort of involving technology, analytics, growth, and most importantly, measurable impact. I mean, if I could take every brand manager from every company into the living rooms of consumers and make him see or her see how many people change channels or mute ads when the ads play, they will probably stop advertising on television. Now look at the digital alternative. Everything is metricized, from likes and shares to view-through rates to click-through, click streams to number of screens and time spent per screen, sentiment analysis, word clouds, etc. The measurability of new media is significantly higher than that of traditional media. I mean, how can you tell how many people saw your hoarding? Beyond some modules that you do, that this is the traffic in this peak time, this is an off-peak time, then you extrapolate something. You're doing a mall activation. How will you tell how many people actually saw your messaging? But in the digital enabled world, everything is measurable and possible, and it is very easy to find out the ROI on marketing initiatives. Which is the third point, which is dramatic shifts in technology, media, and consumer behavior changing the marketing function and the CMO function. Now, what happens is, in the old days, I would put out a television ad, print ad, radio, newspaper, outdoors, and I'm done. Today, you need to collaborate, you need to experiment, and you reimagine your world. I mean, today you have people who are doing interactive hoardings, right? You're doing holograms, you're doing 3D, you're doing, I mean, we in the alcohol business have done work with Heineken, where if you walk past a Heineken fridge, the fridge will speak to you. So you basically cut a beam of light and the fridge speaks to you. And now imagine you're walking past a Heineken fridge and the fridge speaks to you and say, hello, sir, would you like to try a Heineken? I mean, that's a completely different, it's a paradigm shift. And therefore, today's marketer cannot be a person who's sort of doing it in a one-track way. He or she has to be a co-creator and a collaborator. And he or she has to work with sales, with technology, with the finance team, with the CapEx team, with the investment decision-making, with the digital team. And many companies have a CEO, which is actually called a Chief Experience Officer. So the old days of working in one way are gone. And therefore, what lies ahead is you people need to understand that today marketing is a business and the CMO leads that business. So marketers have to look at their function as a business. Today, marketing has a significant role to play in growing the business and handling a multitude of complex issues. Today, we have data scientists, you have analytics that provide solutions in real time. Today marketing functions are investing in technology and platforms that are similar to the investments in technology and platform that your digital team makes and your IT team makes, because we need to manage digital contents across live podiums, from Facebook Live to all sorts of other live podiums. And technology can in real time evaluate the impact of all those initiatives. On Facebook Live, you can see the conversation on a real time basis. That doesn't happen in television, that doesn't happen in print and radio and magazine advertising. And as a consequence of this, decisions that earlier on took days or weeks or months to make because you would research them, you'd wait for the agency to get back, all those things are happening now instantly. And you're allocating budgets or reallocating budgets instantly because it is an omni-channel world. And it's just not enough to go with demographic data. Demographic data is now being overlaid with psychographic profiles. And even on psychographic profiles, that the system of SEC has been replaced by NCCS, which is a far more robust and a far more detailed way of looking at consumers. So the point I'm trying to make is the usage of technology, mining tools, some of your own experience, as well as syndicated data in a holistic, collaborative manner, increasingly is determining marketing decision making.